It looks like Congresswoman Lauren Boebert's long-standing project to steal the show with her revealing outfits still has legs. Boebert's bare legs and red toes were on display in Phoenix when she spoke at a rally for Andy Biggs, a Republican congressman who is running for governor of Arizona. While Biggs chose a flag tie and matching Crocs to show his patriotism, Boebert went with an above-the-knee dress in a colorful floral print. The frock was short enough to show off the Congresswoman's trim legs, accentuated by a pair of peep-toe heels. Boebert's been known to wear cropped pantsuits on the regular, but her abbreviated dress at the event hosted by Turning Point USA isn't the first time she's flaunted a little too much leg in a risky mini dress. When she exposed her killer legs in a tiny, arguably inappropriate for a work event outfit back in April 2025, we thought she might just be excited about the weather getting warmer. The Colorado Congresswoman is used to cooler weather in her state, and it's understandable she would be eager to shed a few extra layers of clothing. Based on the other attendees' ensembles in the Instagram carousel, this event looked to be black tie, with many folks wearing tuxedos, including President Trump. So while this dress would be a great pick for date night or going out to dinner on vacation, it's definitely not appropriate attire for an upscale function. The Republican also made headlines recently for facing what the Denver Post called an unrelenting chorus of heckling on May 29th at a press conference addressing President Trump's so-called Big Beautiful Bill.
I see more order in my home with children.
She played it safe, fashion-wise, as she shouted over the crowd, sporting a simple black blazer and white pants, none of the riskier style choices she regularly shows off on social media. The day before, as one of only 2 women addressing the crowd, Boebert was surrounded by men in power suits, and her gam-revealing summer dress stood out when she posed with anybody from the rally. Not even Big's Stars and Stripes footwear could draw our attention away from those bare legs. Simply put, Boebert likes to make her presence felt. And that's not all. Boebert has a long history of her leggy looks and other inappropriate fits capturing attention.
Fans of Lauren Boebert have likely seen her killer-toned legs before, but they may not have noticed just how ripped her body really is. In an Instagram carousel uploaded on January 9th for Law Enforcement Appreciation Day, Boebert posted a number of snaps of her interacting with police officers. But it was that first slide that really grabbed everyone's attention, as Boebert wore a sleeveless dark blue top and tight-fitting blue jeans that accentuated her curves. In particular, many commenters pointed out how chiseled the Colorado politician's arms looked. As one follower wrote, "Fit as a fiddle." Boebert has shown off her toned figure on a number of other occasions. After visiting the Vallecito Dam in Colorado in August 2023, for example, she posted a series of pictures to Instagram. In these photos, she wore a similar outfit to the one in her Law Enforcement Appreciation post, as she rocked a black tank top with a plunging neckline and blue jeans. Earlier that year, Boebert had shown off her impressive level of fitness when she posted a video on X in which she cartwheeled with her son down a hallway at the Capitol. Boebert pulled off a series of cartwheels and trounced her son in the race. Although she received some considerable backlash for posting the video just 2 days after a school shooting in Nashville. And that wasn't the only time Boebert caused a stir by showcasing her fit figure. Boebert set out to ruffle some feathers when she put her backside on display in a tight-fitting dress in November 2021. The Congress member uploaded a photo to X that showed her posing next to Donald Trump in a red off-the-shoulder dress that hugged her curves. What made the outfit stand out was not just how it fit snugly on Boebert, but the fact that the words "Let's Go Brandon" were written in giant white lettering across the back. This slogan was an obvious shot at Joe Biden, and it also seemed to be a blatant jab at the "Tax the Rich" gown Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez had worn to the Met Gala that year.
While the Met is known for its spectacle, we should have a conversation about it.
Boebert's fashion game took another turn during a visit to Capitol Hill in September 2024. For this appearance, the Colorado representative opted for a white mini dress that hugged her frame and showed off her legs. She completed the look with a blazer that was buttoned at her midsection. And a mere month before that day on Capitol Hill, a bikini photo of Boebert had been shared online, one that showed off about as much as a politician can get away with showing. The photo was shared by Ginger Gates, the wife of Boebert's political bestie Matt Gaetz. It not only showed off the politician's frame, but also the giant tattoo she has on her side. Ginger tweeted alongside the image, "We love confident, healthy, patriotic women like Lauren." And Boebert herself simply replied, "Well then, there's that."
Lauren Boebert's favorite accessory is a gun holster strapped to her thigh. When she poses for photos, she also strategically angles her body to make sure it's obvious that she's packing heat. As the owner of the now-closed Shooter's Grill in the aptly named town of Rifle, Colorado, Boebert required servers to wear guns slung from their hips.
Firearms have nothing to do with the amazing hamburgers we cook.
The gimmick gained the businesswoman national notoriety, so she adopted it when she hit the campaign trail. However, during a 2020 Flag Day celebration, Boebert apparently decided that simply wearing her deadly weapon was not enough to convey just how precious it is to her. On a t-shirt, she listed her priorities, making it easy for voters to understand where she stands on all the issues. It read, "God, guns, Trump." In a series of photos that Boebert posted on Facebook in 2023, she's pictured meeting with workers on a construction site. Everyone is dressed casually in jeans and sturdy work boots, except the congresswoman, who is wearing a blue sheath dress and strappy high heels featuring a colorful snakeskin print. In one photo, Boebert has her hand on her side and is leaning forward, as if it's painful for her to walk on the rocky gravel in her impractical footwear. Remember when Trump started selling gold sneakers to make a quick buck? Well, it seems that Boebert wasn't special enough to get gifted a pair of the Never Surrender high tops, nor was she able to snag some before they sold out online. After winning her primary race, Boebert gave a victory speech while wearing a little black dress and what appeared to be a pair of Trump-branded shoes. But Boebert put her relationship with Trump at risk with her footwear. She admitted to Westward, "These are very China, but I'm okay with that. If I could have bought the OGs, I would have."
Who among us hasn't sat on lipstick and had to have a staffer scrub it off our butt before a big event? This is what happened to Lauren Boebert. Someone photographed a member of Lauren's campaign team tackling the pesky stain on her pale blue pencil skirt while she struck a "what are you going to do" pose. After getting cleaned up, she spent a busy day in Pueblo, Colorado, where she toured the Nature and Wildlife Discovery Center, where she made friends while wearing impractical shoes. In an appearance on The Ross Kaminsky Show, she explained why she favors footwear that gives her Barbie feet.
I am 5'0", and I typically am in heels. In my own personal opinion, when I wear flats, that means I've given up on life.
Lauren Boebert probably wished she had excused herself and gone to the bathroom when she decided that she needed a vape during her infamous September 2023 date at a Denver theater. Instead, she remained in her seat and was escorted out of the venue when other audience members complained about her disruptive antics, so she didn't get to see how Beetlejuice ends. Boebert apologized for her embarrassing behavior and got back to work being a DC disruptor. She even shared a look at the less glamorous side of her job in a February 2024 Facebook pic. She was pictured giving the camera a toothy grin, hoisting a leg up to put a bare foot in the sink, and wiping her toes with a paper towel. She wrote, "Life in heels ain't always glamorous. Sometimes we gals gotta take care of those barking dogs. In all things, find joy." Unfortunately for Boebert, her legs and arches had a lot of work ahead of them. With her future in Congress in jeopardy, she had decided to become a carpetbagger. This meant a lot of time pounding the pavement to prove to her potential new constituents that she deserved to represent them. In April 2024, one of Lauren Boebert's thighs began to swell. According to NBC News, doctors discovered she had a blood clot that required surgery. While one ex-user joked that her penchant for wearing a thigh holster was to blame for her health issue, it was actually May-Thurner syndrome. The condition is caused by one major blood vessel in the leg compressing another. By June, the politician was back in heels and competing in an American Gladiator-style event hosted by the Douglas County Republicans Freedom Fellowship. One of Boebert's Republican primary rivals who faced off against her, Richard Holtorf, had previously likened her clothing to that of a sex worker. Boebert told the crowd, he said, "Ever since I said that, you've been dressing much better." A month later, Boebert rocked a style that was a far cry from the blazer and sheath dress combo Holtorf had reportedly complimented her on. She marched in a parade wearing a brown suede mini dress with fringe on the bust and a high hemline that showcased her tan thighs. To further prove her cowgirl bona fides, she put on a cowboy hat and a pair of patriotic boots. Her footwear appeared to be from Save a Horse singer John Rich's Redneck Riviera line. The new look proved popular. One fan on Facebook gushed, "Love the dress and the boots and who is in them."